my YouTube Monopoly channel. Enjoy your stay. I'm gonna turn you into a champion. Hey YouTube Nation, this is Dom, 21st ranked Monopoly player in the world. So I'm back at it, and this time I have a pal with me. My pal is Dave. Dave, how are you?
I'm great, Dom. How are you?
Good,
Thanks
good.
for having me on the channel.
Oh,
I
my
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
My pleasure. Dave is a success story. Dave is the owner of a $1 million business right now. Win at Life with Dave is his YouTube channel, and Dave coaches folks all across the world on how to be better players, better life players. Dave, talk a little about what you do and how you help the community.
So one of my big things is I believe in living, a very well-balanced life and having not just financial success in life, but health, wealth, happiness, and love. So having a great relationship with my marriage, having a good character and relationships with people, being very successful financially and also physically being successful. So that's a lot of the stuff I bring to the channel as I do interviews with successful people and business people and give tips from my own personal experiences in life. I try to read a lot, and I read about 2 to 3 books a week myself.
Now I know you have a high aptitude for learning, and this is a Monopoly channel, so what brought you to my channel today?
Well, I want to help people out because one of the things I teach is what I call the immersion method, and I've learned how to pretty much have no skill or very low ability in something and to have highly advanced skill in a very short amount of time. It took me a long time, a little bit to get to this, but I've kind of mastered the knack for learning something quickly. And you helped me yourself, actually, and that's why I'm here. Dom mentored me when I was an okay Monopoly player. I was a little bit maybe average.
No, Dave, you weren't very good.
Okay,
you weren't very good. Actually,
Dom crushed me.
He was pretty bad.
Yeah. So then I was going to go to this Monopoly tournament. It was over 250 people. It was a big charity event, and I said, Dom, can you help me out with this? And Dom took a couple days to mentor me in Monopoly, and I was able to make it to the finals in that championship. Over 250 people.
2 days.
Yep.
2 days. But you used your own immersion method. Now
Yep.
you played, you practiced, you asked a lot of questions. Talk to the viewers about some of the techniques and tips that you found from my YouTube channel and from talking to me that really helped you in that tournament.
All right, so one of the things I learned from Dom is to not really worry about monopolies as much. I was always big about not giving away a monopoly or not letting someone else have a monopoly or being the first one to have a monopoly. But what I learned is that's not as important as having a board presence where you can kind of control the group. I was used to one-on-one monopoly where it's just kind of like a race. When we were in a group setting, Dom taught me to make sure I have a little piece of the pie in all angles so I can have the upper hand in the trading, I guess you would say.
So what he's really talking about is a rainbow monopoly. You don't necessarily need or want a monopoly 3 of a kind. I mean, ideally that is a long-term goal. But if you have a rainbow, if you have one of every color, everybody else has to go through you. You're in control of the game before they can get their own monopoly. So a rainbow monopoly is a very defensive, advanced technique in Monopoly, but when you can do it, you will be successful. So I'm glad you used that method.
Yeah, it worked well. And another great tip that Dom gave me. So in this tournament, the key is there was over 250 people, and only the top 8 players can play together. In order to be a top player, not only do you have to defeat all the opponents at your table, but you have to bankrupt them faster than any other table. To be one of those top 8. So you have to bankrupt them quicker than everybody else and beat them. So one strategy that Dom taught me in order to do this was to make them feel like they won in the trade. Right. And I ended up giving a monopoly to someone. I think it was the pinks they had, and I gave them that. But in return, I got all their cash. I made to take almost all the cash that they had. I think it was like $1,000 or $1,300 left, and a couple of their properties. But they got this monopoly out of it, so they felt like they had won. They got this monopoly, and it was a great. And it was the pinks. Let's face it, are a pretty good monopoly.
Oh, very good monopoly.
But they couldn't do anything because they had no cash.
Right. It's a win-win deal. That's what you try to do. You don't necessarily want to rip somebody off. You want them to feel like, hey, I got the good end of this deal. And Dave, your example is a good one. You gave up a monopoly, which is difficult to do. There's no doubt about it, but you got a big lump sum in return. And sometimes that's what you have to think about. How can I put myself in the best position to be successful? So you made the top 8. I know you didn't win that tournament, but this year, are you going to take it home?
I'm going to try to. I'm hoping you give me some more coaching.
Hey, keep it here. Keep it on the Monopoly Players YouTube channel. Check out Win with Life.
Win at Life with Dave.
Win at Life with Dave. No spaces, right?
No space at all. Just Win at Life with Dave. And we give actually dating advice, success, and coaching. I tell people about how I succeeded in business and grew my business from a very short amount of time. So
perfect. Dave, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Don. Thanks for having us. I appreciate it.
All right.
And this guy definitely knows what he's talking about. So, listen to what he has to say. In business and in Monopoly, he knows this stuff. So
may the dice always roll in your favor. Take care, my friends.